Anti-gravity battery. This one's a 24 amp hour H6, sold for racing only, but I'm going to use it on the street. This thing weighs 15 pounds and it does have the jump start feature. Comes with a remote. When you push the remote, you should see a light up. There it is. You hold the button down, it's in jump start mode, I believe. Hope I don't have to test that out anytime soon. So I got a battery backup device that plugs into the OBD2 port. All you have to do is put your 12 volts to it and it'll keep your system hot. So when you disconnect your battery, you don't have to worry about resetting your radio, window endpoints, or the potential of the alarm going off. I'm just going to use this little 12 volt lithium polymer battery and plug it right into there, and it should be good to go. Right there we got 11.9 volts, should be no problem. I've seen people use 9 volt batteries for this. I think that's way too marginal. But I'm certainly not worried about being a little bit under 12 volts. It's not a problem. And this battery is about 2 amp hour battery, so it should last a long time. They didn't make it easy for me to see that thing because I have to have it flipped around, have it plugged in. But I can see now it reads 12 volts. At least that's a good indicator that I'm making contact. So I can now disconnect my battery without having the key in the ignition. I should have no trouble with the alarm or losing my radio settings or window endpoints. I'm going to start by disconnecting the ground, and then I'm going to go in there and see what the voltage is on the little meter. All right, so far so good. No alarm sound. Okay, I've got my camera flipped around so I can read that. Looks like it says 11.6 volts, so we're still good. In case you were wondering what the other number is in green, it says 2.45. That is the amperage. And when I had the doors open, the dome lights on, and who knows what else, it's drawing current. So you want to keep the doors shut when you're doing your work on the battery. But if you're doing this with a 9 volt battery, it's not going to last long, so you probably want to work quick either way. Okay, when the system's hot, you got to be extra careful not to short the positive lead to the ground. So I took my extra time in taping it up and strapping it back and out of the way. It may not have been pretty, but it got the job done. Now, before I put that ground or the negative side back to the ground, I'm going to go ahead and look at the voltage on the other battery because I'm curious to where it's at now. It's at 11.5. That's not bad. Barely even dropped at all. Now all I gotta do is put the ground back on and I'm good to go. Now it's up to 12.3. I can go ahead and disconnect it. is I plan to do a follow-up video on this later. After I've got an idea how long it can sit without discharging, I may let it sit 2 weeks or even a month with no trickle charger on it. And if it'll do that, that's definitely suitable for daily use. The only thing to do now is to weigh that old battery to see how much weight I saved. £41. So that's 26 pounds saved just by swapping out the battery. That's really not bad.